Hi guys.
Hi guys.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Betty.
And we are?
The Rages.
And this is?
The workshop where we talk about the good, the bad, the messy, and everything about being a millennial. And today,
we will be looking at the letter C for career choices, and more so, the future of work. You guys are not ready. You guys are not ready for this.
Probably one of the coolest guys we know, but I will let him introduce himself because I don't think I'll do him justice.
Yeah, for sure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Okay, so my name is Bright Gamele Maudo. Okay, I'll add the doctor at the beginning. Dr. Bright Maudo. Somehow I never acknowledge that myself.
Until people say it.
I think I'm a thought leader in the cybersecurity space, in technology space. I'm a father of two, married to one. I have to be very careful about that.
Be specific, yeah.
And basically, I try to change the way people think about technology and also to empower the young people. So I do a lot of mentoring. I own something called Africa Hack On, where we teach young people to become cybersecurity engineers. I run a few businesses, a cybersecurity company. I run a consulting company for tech, and also have an ed tech. I just want to make sure that teachers can basically set exams quite easily and also get automatic answers. Yeah.
So you see why we said we can't introduce him, because we won't do him justice.
I'm also a dancer, by the way.
Yeah,
we will have time for that.
Oh my goodness, I shouldn't have said that.
Yes, so the reason we have Bright here today is we want to talk about careers. As we talk about the millennial lifestyle, we can't ignore the fact that careers are changing.
Yep.
Every 2 seconds. I feel like there's jobs that existed 10 years ago
that
don't exist
redundant
anymore.
Yeah.
The people who've been in uni for 6 years, by the time you graduate, your job is...
It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's not there, for sure.
So just, I guess, the impact of technology and where careers are going and what our thought leader, I'd like to know what our thought leader thinks on just basically millennials and careers.
I finished my PhD at 28. And when I finished my PhD at 28, I thought that's going to be it. Only to realize that I need to go learn a lot more. People are like, oh, you already have your PhD, you don't need anything else. But let me tell you something, I have to read almost every single day. Something new, something different, because technology is changing so much. Basic thing we can see right now is AI. AI has come to revolutionize the way we do things. The way we used to think that people think they're going to be doing software engineering and doing HTML, CSS, and this in the future. You're not going to do that.
Ask me. And that's a story. I was sharing this with our director, sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
And I told him one of the guys I look up to this 2024 is you. Reason being, I went back to my coding.
Yeah.
Those HTML, CSS, basically a web developer.
Yeah.
But I know that's not the end goal. Down like from the 6 months from now, moving forward, I said, no, I need to sit with Bright. So that I can get a proper roadmap to on what to do next, not just walking blindly.
Because it's going to change. If you think that's how you're going to be coding in the future, it's not going to happen anymore. So we're looking at people who are critical thinkers, not just coders, right? So you see, the HTML we used to write, which would take us 10 hours, can now be written with a prompt saying, I want a code that can do that. There's some people who are also getting into tech, but not techies. So you think back in the day, I remember back in the day, I used to try to use Photoshop to cut out, my entire cell.
Outline, yeah.
Now on my phone, all I need to do is just press long press, and then you copy and paste it. So AI is going to change everything. We're looking at so AI is a bigger part of things than this machine learning algorithm. That's going to change how we do thinking. So I was telling some young people the other day, data is being collected everywhere, but you have to make sure that you actually collect the right data and build insights. That's where the world is going. We have blockchain technology. Yes. We have obviously cybersecurity. Those are where tech is moving to. But the future of tech is not actually doing tech, it's thinking. So I see a lot more critical thinkers as the future of technology.
Before we go into soft skills, because he's now speaking about the soft skills that are needed, I'm hearing continuous learning. Where I'm thinking of back then, our parents, you study one thing, you work in the same industry for 20 years. And
you do your CPK.
True.
You're 7 or 8 and you're done, and you consider it done.
Whereas for now, we're living in such a different reality where, first of all, you can have 87 titles and you're one person doing all these things, sure, which means the soft skill is what's needed. It is, as you said, like your leadership is what you're using in all these different industries. And it's not necessarily about a career. It's a skill.
It's a skill and a roadmap.
You
can be a medical doctor and be a technical person who actually helps to secure the technical part of medicine. You can be a lawyer, and now we have lawyers who are becoming governance, risk and compliance officers in an organization. Before, that was never there.
I've seen lawyers become what do you call it, AI. The people who make sure AI is behaving itself.
The whole privacy and governance part of things. So privacy and governance, exactly. So you see...
Basically the moral cop.
That one,
So they're all getting to work together, and in the tech space, the diversity is actually broadening. So you go to a company, and this person is looking at just prompt engineering. You see somebody who's focused on product management. That's one of the new roles that people are not thinking about. So become a product manager, meaning you don't have to be the best coder. Majority of them are not even coders. They have learned basics of how products get to be created, and now they are people who help to create a product because they are thinking.
Which is back to the soft skills where you learn a skill that you apply to your different...
I think that answers everybody's problem, or rather everybody's worry. Will AI replace us?
Technology
and AI will replace us. In a way, yes, but given now what you've answered, it's now all about in the thinking process.
It is the people who use AI
exactly.
who will replace us.
So I don't think AI can completely replace humans because there's some sort of ethics that's needed. There's also
human
element that is needed. So it will not completely, but it's going to make things move faster. So if you're not also upskilling now...
Continuous learning.
So
always learning something new.
The way I'm also a lecturer, by the way. I teach 5 cybersecurity courses at Strathmore University. And when I do that, for example, I tell my students, I don't give notes. My notes are what I type is what you see. If you don't pay attention and take notes from there, see you next time. If you miss my class and you don't go for the recording, well, too bad for you.
Now that you say this, I want to ask, with all these titles and all these different is it the same industry, different industries that you're in, what's the impact on our family dynamics? Because we follow him on social media. There are days you work from home, there are days you're all over. What's the impact on your family and marriage dynamics?
Oh man, it hasn't been easy. I've been married for 2 years now, and in those 2 years, 2 babies in that whole span of time, and that changed a lot of things. But I discussed this with my wife before we met, that I am a busybody. Busybody in terms of work, busybody in terms of planning for my future. So she needs to be able to actually cope with my lifestyle. And my lifestyle is basically meaning that I'm going to be very busy. Are you ready for it? She's seeing it, but I had to make sure that I also create time for her. I don't really post everything online, because during the day, I do so much, I don't even have time to post them. So at night is when I post a few memes and at home and everything. But I make it very cautious.
He's a meme lord, by the way.
He's a meme lord.
I make it very cautious to make sure that at least 3 or 4 times in a week, I am home. By 6 p.m., I'm spending time with my kids and family.
I do think our generation is the generation of, I want to say, present fathers. Because when it comes to, for example, remote working from home, back to remember my example of the person who works 20 years, same industry, leaves the house at 6 a.m., comes back at 6 p.m. Whereas now, I've seen that with you.
Now, post-COVID, like for us, Zoom came up. It wasn't a big thing before. All these other things, virtual meetings, as you are saying now, AI video generation. I don't have to go to the field and shoot something. I can just prompt something and I get a video on that. So I think it has really helped us in terms of being present fathers. And maybe you can share something.
But a few people are struggling with that because some of them, their jobs have not changed. I knew a friend who is a medical doctor, and he was doing his master's, and he got a kid, and there's another one on the way, and he has to be at work at odd hours. He's schooling, he's working at 2 different hospitals, and that became quite difficult for him. But trust me, for events, he's there. For the kid, he's there. Sometimes want to pick the kid from school as well to spend time. So it's not an easy, and it's a very good partner for them to understand this is the lifestyle that I've chose. But looking at the long-term plan, it's going to benefit. My CyberGuard Africa, which is my private cybersecurity company, I had to bring my wife in. She manages operations. She manages people. She manages me. Nice. She has to tell me, this you're not going to do. You're overspending here. You're not spending here well. Where's the invoice? Where's this? And I had to bring her in. Her and I even started another company. And she's the CEO of that company. And we're trying to do something for us. An impact is something we've always said we'll do. An impact-driven organization, which I will not give too much of it right now for NDAs. Call you back. Yeah. And it's funny. So we'll both go home and we are on a board writing details as to this plan. I'm like, this is not going to work. The pitch deck here has to change. We contribute, she'll do things, send me, and I'm downstairs with the kids. I have to read through. I'm like, no, change here, change this. Financials, we have to start do that. But we get intentional. And we discuss this ourselves, that we have to go for dinners, because at home we can't discuss certain things.
Yes.
We go on a dinner and discuss our plans. Yes. Am I doing too much? Are there some things that I can avoid? And this year I said I have to learn to say no to a lot of things. So there's some things that I get called to some conference and I'm like, but you're not paying me. There's no value. I'm not going to make anything out of it. It's for vibes.
Yeah.
So those have to learn to say no.
I like you said being intentional.
Yeah.
Because again, being so connected and being that digital generation and everything, you're always expected to deliver. Yep. And now saying, okay, no, this is our private time, this is family time, this is... But I feel like we see him playing with his kids all the time.
Yes.
I don't know if you filtered it for us, but from our side, you're always playing with your kids. And then also communication. At this point, this is what I'm into, and we need to figure it out.
What in a marriage aspect, we know the man is a seed bearer, the woman is a nurturer. You took that nature aspect of her, nurturing something, and brought her into your company. So I can only imagine the value.
So taking like her skills.
It's a skill she didn't even know she had. I told her, she has a travel agency. So she also has that job. She has her own hair product company. She also has that. And I said, but you know how to talk to people to manage how things move. And since you be doing that at home, I can see that needed in my company. I need a neutral person. I
feel like that's one thing about marriage, that you end up discovering sides of yourself you didn't even know existed.
And we all need to have that conversation. But what you said, most important thing is communication. I think I've seen a lot of couples who don't communicate with each other, and then they start having secrets between them, and that becomes a disaster later. You have... Because for me, she knows where I am, she knows what I do, she knows how to track me down if I have to. And there's a protocol. If I don't pick up calls at a certain time of time, you know. Yeah. She'll know when to get worried, who to call.
Hi, ladies, don't call 7 times.
She'll know that, okay, this is not normal, this is not usual. Yes. Should we find out which cop should I call, which colleague?
Pause.
Have you set up anything? Okay. All right.
I was going to say, talking about tracking down.
Protocol. And protocol. I think there's
something happened offset.
And I was like, we have to bring this thing on set.
We have to do it again.
And I think it's also to help you viewers understand what it means to have a digital footprint, how you can take care of it, and basically how to carry yourself.
Moving forward. The way technology is advancing.
People, do you know your life on the internet is... I always say the internet does not forgive, it doesn't forget. Right. And some people don't actually understand that, and I think I can demonstrate that right now.
All right, I'm excited.
I love this part. We want to call our director.
So basically what we're going to do, I don't want to use the two of you because you two know me too much. I'm going to pick somebody. The director is right in front of me. Yes. So I'm going to use him randomly as
He's
as a
just
prop.
smiling because he doesn't know what's about to happen.
And I'm going to come. If you may come, please. I need...
I love this.
So I'm going to ask for his email. I will not shout it out loud, but just come tell me the email. If you could just type it. Just type it. So you can just stand here, please. I'm going to ask you certain questions. Great. So I don't know you. I only know your email address, which you've given me right now, but I want to confirm a few things about you, if it's true. Definitely, you're a fitness person, and I used to go to a gym called Fitness Wheel Gym some time back. You kind of frequent a particular area in Nairobi, Two Rivers areas, so there's a very high chance you live around there. There's a restaurant which you like. I'll give you the first 3 letters of that restaurant, PRO. You like to buy meat from a place. There's a first name, but Meaty Meats. Some time back, you went to a camp somewhere which has the name of a bird, flamingo. And also, you somehow love Java House. Yep. Yeah. And your account has been breached enough times back in the day. In 2018, it was breached. 2019, it was breached as well on some companies. Your YouTube account was created 2012. And also, I can see you are in the film industry. Of course, your full names, you have a Skype account, you have a Microsoft account. Your other name has started with an NYA. And of course, I can see...
That's enough.
Before things get big.
I can download the entire portfolio for you. And if basically, one last thing we can try out, I don't know how this is going to work, but if possibly, let's see if this one comes out. Back in the day, somehow, I don't know why you decided to put phone numbers as your password for your email. Start with, end with a 55.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said,
yeah.
I'll give you a full report of your entire digital footprint. Fuel stations, Airbnbs that you slept in, hotels that you stayed in. Come see this one. I'm so sure. So basically, your entire digital footprint is out there.
So thanks, Brian.
Thanks so much.
As we said, I think my question after this would be, going forward, what in your field, with your knowledge, with your experience, what should and should we not be putting on the internet? Because I'll speak about, for example, content.
Yeah.
I consider myself a content creator, and we're just laughing about how I really thought I'd be mysterious with my daughter and I'll never post her picture.
Yeah.
And I'm the person who's like, guys, she's learned how to say, and I love putting that out. And
as you answer
also
that,
for us, I try not to share personal things. Like, you're not going to know how our house looks. But I'll be like, oh, we've gone on a date. We've done this. Yeah. So what information would you say is okay to share? And
to add to that, in the marriage aspects, husband and wife, and now with the kids in play, there's a day I think there was an awareness of an AI mimicking a voice of a daughter.
Yeah.
And then you get blackmailed. Then apparently your daughter is somewhere playing, but because of all the things you've put there, they have this video of your daughter like held hostage. So moving on forward, how can people, to our viewers out there, how can they position themselves?
You can't completely stay off the grid.
Yes.
If you think you can stay off completely.
Clearly.
Yeah. I mean, if I can get that, if I was to spend in the next 15 minutes, I can also mimic his face, his voices, and everything. It's very easy to do that. Not that I'll do that to you, director. But it's possible. So you cannot completely stay off the grid. But share what you think is okay to share which will not affect your security. For example, the school your daughter goes to, it's okay. Some people do share that, but you don't have to share how the school uniform looks like. And also, of course, there has to be a school that is very strict about who picks them up and then the likes, right? Sharing your entire house, some people do share the entire house details, but again, you have to be very careful. Make sure that whatever you're sharing is not something that can be used against you, because when you're sharing out there, you owe the digital space a question and answer.
True.
When,
you're giving people space to have
exactly,
an
opinion about them, because now they don't care.
Yeah.
But there are basics that you have to make sure that you have as well, which is how you secure yourself.
Yes.
Because people are going to create TikTok videos and make you a big fan of you. They're going to create an account that looks like you. They're going to take your pictures and duplicate you. And they're weirdos. I used to do, when I was in South Korea, I used to work with the Cyber Bureau of Korea, where we had to track down what we call sextortionists. Sextortionist is a big thing right now. So they take your daughter, your kid's details, they start chatting him up, and they start engaging in sexual activities, and they say, oh, show me something. You know, and then when that person, a kid actually committed suicide because of that, and they now start torturing you. Let me tell you something, this is a fact. There are a number of high schools in Kenya right now who are suffering from such a thing. It's becoming too high. So which needs a lot of guidance from the teachers. The principals also have to be involved in such conversations.
So is it they take those pictures and then now leverage them?
They go create another account and start telling you you are not good looking and everything. They say very, very mean and bad words and everything. So a lot of counseling is needed for these kids as well. And also to show them how they're open to such things, which means parents also have to be involved, because some parents involved me, and then I said, look, we can actually try to find out which accounts these are. And I hope that later international laws will allow easily tracking down of such accounts or shutting them down. Some social media accounts are helping to do that. Others are not really, but it gets to the point of making sure that you secure the accounts very easily.
On that, maybe on top of your head, what can parents do to secure their kids in terms of, is it advisable to put tracking apps on their phones, tablets, to know whatever is happening?
Not necessarily.
Two-factor authentication?
Yeah.
What would you advise?
Basics. Your email. Email serves as your basic security. So have an email and have what you call two-step verification or with an authenticator. Now, if your kid's phone, if your kids they're going to get a phone at a point. The two-step verification code should be your phone number. The authenticator should be your phone. So in case somebody even steals your phone, you want to disturb. Let it be your.
You think the authenticator has to go to the SIM card?
No. It can go to somewhere else. So let your phone be the one. Then the social media, every single social media account has a two-step verification, even WhatsApp. So make sure you have those two-step verification also as your number. And both of you can actually have, so that either of you, if somebody is not available or is busy, the other one can be able to log in and check. Then there are other tools. There's one called Custodio, Q-U-S-T-I, Custodio. It's a Q-U that starts with it. Anyway. So Custodio can be installed on the apps to limit also their kind of activities, because you need to start that at an early stage of, you can only be on Instagram for 1 hour between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. and from there it automatically shuts down. So as you travel, it doesn't become a showstopper for you. Then we have Google Family Link. It's also available.
Yes, I've seen that.
So use that, and they're cheap. They're not that expensive. It's a little investment you can make to make sure you're secure. But the email part of things, secure the email and make sure that you use that as a way to how do you call it? Basically, protect your monitor. Not monitoring per se, but guide.
I love that, guide.
Yes. There's only so much you can do.
And also, he's a thought leader. Before we go to the activity, I know you're going to the activity.
No, I was going to ask something interesting. Go
ahead. Top of your head, where tech is going, what can you say are the next, top 5 or something careers that guys need to look out for? And maybe just point out how can somebody now, not in the tech world, I know you're talking about this right now, leverage to how they can transition towards that.
Data science, because that's going to be there forever. It's going to be needed a lot. Cybersecurity, obviously. There's blockchain, which is becoming very lucrative. Almost all the big jobs right now in the blockchain space. There's also, of course, governance, risk and compliance, which is a bit of cybersecurity. Software development as well, but you see a lot more leadership in the software development space. Those are the common areas that I can see a lot of tech jobs getting into. Those who are in the non-tech space, there are people who are in marketing and PR. You can leverage on tech to learn how to use AI to be able to...
I think it's hard to talk about careers and not talk about tech.
So in the marketing space, learn to use AI tools. There's currently a course on the ALX portal. It's about to close very soon, so people, I'll share the link. We can share the link for the people to register. where you can actually you can learn how to use AI for work, any work.
For whatever you're doing.
And then one of the areas which we're looking at is you can be somebody in tech or in marketing or another kind of a sales and become a tech sales. Tech sales people make a lot of money and people don't understand that. So those are the areas. Tech sales is the easiest for anybody to transition from a non-tech field to a tech field. You don't have to be the guru. Your job is to have communication and connection with people, potential clients, and let the techies do the pre-sales part of things. It's something I read somewhere as we're finishing. No senior manager or CEO actually knows what they're doing. You're just surviving. So please, if you're watching, just know you get in, you figured it out. No one actually knows what they're doing. They're just winging it.
I feel like that's the version of when we used to see adults in a certain way. And then we get here and we're like, you don't know what we're doing. We might have to call you back. Your busy schedule. But it's hard to talk about careers and not talk about tech. And as he said, always, if there's anything I've learned, is just keep learning. And that part of, I don't think anyone knows exactly what we're doing. We figure it out as we go.
And the balance between wife and family and just
priorities,
don't lose touch.
Intentions.
Don't lose touch.
I love it. Love the discussion. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving us time.
And it's an honor to be here.
Asante sana. And as we said, always do something, always learn. But remember, it's all about
progress
and not perfection. There you have it, guys. The future of work. We can't talk about careers without talking about tech. And if you ask me, this episode reminded me of the parable of the talents, where whatever you have, you can't just sit with it and say, this is what I do, this is my career, this is my line of work. You have to keep continuously learning and upgrading yourself, upskilling, and always learning something new to stay relevant.
And for me, I think it reminded me of beware of the times and seasons as they change.
So like it was the tribe of Issachar.
Yes, the Issachar generation. They knew the times and seasons. So always keep learning. Don't say I'm a lawyer right now and you stick on lawyer. Learn different things. Take in the relevant information. Personally, I use something called compound learning. Compound is where you, 5 minutes in a day, look for a video, watch it, get information on it. One day in life, somebody will be talking about something and you can actually share in that conversation.
And what you learn doesn't have to be in line with what you do. As he said, be the person in the room. If people talk about food,
whatever,
you have an opinion. If people talk about
and not the general opinion, just
you have,
something.
You have something to say.
Our challenge to you viewers out there is always keep learning, increase your database, and also choose what you take in.
True. And as you do this, remember, it's all about
progress,
not perfection.